Hi, everyone. Ann Butler here, along with my creative, see, it's like my creative
Mhm.
girlfriend and business partner, Lisa Rojas.
Hi.
We are back for a second time today, and we love it.
Yes. Love
Lisa
crafting.
did, yes, Lisa did a fabulous, fun, interactive card using Dare to Be Artsy products,
Yes.
and it was so much fun. I, however, did not get my box in time, so I came up with another project. And the project I came up with is Faux Wax Seals, which are so cool.
They are so
And
cool.
for those of for those who were at Bellicon and ordered the swag, they got a free glue gun in their swag from Adhesive Technologies, and that's what I'm using today.
Oh.
Because, what a great use for a glue gun. I mean, everybody knows that you can glue things together and you can use it on wood and you can use it on paper and you can use it with corks and all sorts of things.
Yeah,
This is a completely different way to use a glue gun, and I love it.
it's a great idea.
It is. Hi,
It's a great
Rebecca. Hi,
idea.
Amy.
Hi, Becca. Hi, Amy.
So Amy has already done it. Make sure you hashtag Bella Crafts, like, share, and comment, and you will be entered for this week's giveaway. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Angie.
Hi.
This week's giveaway is a $25 gift card from Dare to Be Artsy, which,
Yes.
if you missed it, make sure you watch Lisa's video from earlier today. She did that fun interactive card with the 70s themed papers and stamps,
Yeah.
and it was so cool.
It was fun. It was a fun project. I loved it.
As her
There's
voice
nothing
goes away.
I know the voice. What can I say? Yeah, it was so much fun. For those of you that if you didn't get to see it,
Isn't that cute?
this is what I did on my live, and then of course it's interactive. So we pull it up, and where it says all I need is, or all we
Yeah.
need, and then it's love. I just thought that was so cool. And the colors, they just remind me so much of being a kid, because
Right.
those are the colors in my house.
Those colors. I had those in my house too.
Yeah,
I am going a completely different way.
that's
I
all
am
right.
I am, of course, using I'm showing you how to create these faux wax seals, but I put it together on some tags because I thought you had to see how you could use them, right? I mean, we didn't want just the wax seals, although they're really cool. But you can use them on cards, you can use them on tags, you can use them on gift wrapping.
Yeah.
Tie twine around a brown paper, just the craft paper,
Yep.
and put those on. They are just fun and easy to make. And
So
this
cute.
way, I am kind of showcasing the glue gun from Adhesive Technologies, and along with my paper, Eileen Hall's they're 3D embossing folders from Sizzix,
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and of course thermal web foils. So I'm not going to show you how to foil today, but I will do the process so that you would know how, if you haven't seen one of my hundreds of videos showing how to foil, because it is my favorite thing to do.
We love the foil. It is a lot of fun.
It is. It is. Hi, Beatrice and Amy and Bonnie and
Yeah.
Jen.
Hi.
So,
In.
before we get started, I want you to know that I'm currently working on the spring issue. We are putting everything together for it. It will be out at the end of the month. So if you have not as yet signed up to receive your free copy, you can go to our website and click, it says Bella Crafts Magazine or free magazine. And you give us your email and we send you the free issues 4 times a year, every time they come out.
Yep.
Makes it easy. We do
So
not sell those emails to
no.
anyone. We do not spam you with ridiculous spam. I mean,
Yeah. And multiple emails every day.
we
Yeah,
like to
no.
keep things all crafty like.
That's right. That's right. Keep it fun and keep it crafty. Love it.
Yes, yes. So Lisa, do you have anything to add before I start? You can talk about whatever.
Uh, no, I think you covered. What did I miss?
Ebooks
Ebooks.
or
Yes.
I don't know. We don't have to, but
Ebooks. Yes. Okay. I've lost my mind again. Somebody help me find it. Okay.
oh, there it
So
is.
I know, right?
That was
Okay.
too easy.
So those of you that don't already know, we do have ebooks that we have for sale. We've got quite a few different titles on different types of crafting. They're all absolutely beautiful with gorgeous photography and step-by-step instructions. So if you haven't checked them out, make sure that you head to our website. I'm going to put a link in while Anna's doing her thing. And then you can just go straight to the website and then see where you'll see up on the top. It'll say ebooks and then it'll also say print books. We do offer a few of our ebooks in print. We use a third party for that, but they're all right there. And we are going to be doing, as Anne announced earlier, we are going to be doing, we've got 3 new titles coming out, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 3 new titles coming out. And we're excited about that. That's going to be lots and lots of fun.
And
So,
each of those titles will be offered print on demand.
yeah. Oh, good. Okay.
You know, we have
Yeah,
learned
right.
a lot through the years. We used to make ebooks that were like 150 pages,
Yeah.
filled with all sorts of crafty goodness. But to print 150 pages on demand,
Yeah.
you know, even for us at our cost, it was like 40 bucks,
Yeah.
39 something, you know.
Yeah.
We can
For
never
one
sell
book.
it,
Yeah.
upsell it to pay the author or anything, you know. So these books will be more reasonable so that if we do print on demand, it's a price that is doable.
Right. Which is important,
Yes,
because we all got to, save money so we can buy more crafty stuff.
that's right.
That's my thought.
And I love a print copy. I
I
know we do
know.
digital and we do virtual and we do all that stuff. I love in person. I love print. But
I do too. I do too. I love especially a craft book.
mhm.
You know, my regular reading books, I don't mind reading those on, my phone or my computer, whatever. But craft books, no, I still like the paper.
I do too. Yeah.
So, yeah, so make sure that you check those out, because like we say a lot, that's what helps pay our bills. So
It is.
we would love for you guys to buy some ebooks. There we
Okay.
go. Spirit said
So
old school is best.
it is. It is definitely.
Yep.
I am going to switch my camera down and
Okay.
I'm trying a new setup today. So we're going to see how it works.
All
I mean,
right.
I might go back to the old setup, but I wanted to be able to do them facing me so I'm not always turning to show you so you can see the right way. So I'm trying a new setup and I have a very large table in the middle of my studio. But my computer is on one side, my tripod is on the other, and trying to keep the tripod from showing up in the camera view
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and the computer. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a try.
It
So
looks great.
these are the tags I made, and they are just so much fun. I mean, I love these Faux Wax Seals, And of course, I used just some twine from Gwen Studios, and I used my paper. I stamped it with a Gina K stamp, but you don't have to stamp it. If you have beautiful handwriting, you can totally write whatever you want on there. So sometimes it's good to keep them without something. I was going to grab like a $10 bill or something to show you. I left the center part of that open.
Oh, cool.
So that I just taped it around the edges so that you could stick a gift card in there, or you could stick some cash in there if you're giving it for a birthday gift or whatever. Just because that's one more added feature of these.
Yeah, I love the pocket idea, and that's great.
Well, it just is one more thing. I mean, like for this one, I put everything up at the top so that you could actually write something. So this is just one way to show you how you can use the wax seals. And to do that, I have a very used, loved mat. It's small. This is one I travel with. I mean, it's small. It's like I think it's like 6 or 7 by 8 because it's easy to travel with. So this is what I'm using today. But you want to have your heat gun. You know what? I plugged it in. I forgot to turn my plug on. So it's going to take a minute, but that's okay. I will show you what I'm using. Now, I have had these two. Okay, so that's a flourish and a heart. I have had these two seals. These are for wax forever. I mean, they don't even make them like this anymore. They make them because I was looking for new ones, and they make it, the top part is wood, and you can get like 6 different designs, which is really cool. It comes in a beautiful box. But these came like this, and I bought them on clearance. Oh, maybe 20 years ago. And I just thought someday I would use those. I have the wax, and I have used them on occasion, but it's so much funner doing it with a glue gun. But if you can't find those, don't even worry about it. Go into your buttons. Like I, of course, have button jars filled with buttons. I have antique buttons that I keep someplace else, and these are just old buttons. But go into your button jar and find some that you think would be really cool as a design for a seal. You know, I mean, you don't have to use just like these ones. I separate my buttons according to color, of course. But you can find some really cool ones. You want some that are raised in some areas and lowered in other areas. And this way you can use anything you have. You can also use like old pins and anything that has a really great design that you think would work. I also use some plastic buttons that I'll show you. But so if you don't have any of these seals, you can go ahead and make your own. And you can do that easily with, so I'm a wine lover. I have lots of corks. So you can use wine corks for these. And okay, so this is a real cork. And this is one of those rubbery ones that they use nowadays. I like to use the rubbery ones for these because I was always wondering why I was saving these because I don't use them a lot in crafts. I use the cork ones because the cork ones you can use for so many things. But I had a bunch of these rubber ones, and that's what I did. I took and went through my button jar and made all sorts of fun stamps for the Faux Wax Seals. And all you need to do is I took a needle nose pliers, and on one end, because you've opened this, there is a little tiny hole, but I just went in and gouged that hole just a little bit further. And then I added just a little bit of glue and shoved the shank of the button in there. And they work perfect, and they're easy to handle. So we're going to use some of those. And like this one, isn't that fun? It's just a flower. So when you press into it, the glue goes all around the edges. So that works really great too. So let me see if this is okay. It's almost there. And I added an extra stick of glue. So like when I'm adding glue, I'll put a tiny bit of glue on here and put that in so that it continually goes through. Let me see if this is going to work. So when I do this, I go at the side, and I'm going to check this because make sure it's moving, because I see a little bit of glue built up right there. But I go at the side, and I'm hoping you can see that. I do about 4 or 5 squeezes. If you go at the side, it's going to naturally kind of go in a circle. And then I come up, and so I don't have a string. I just kind of pull that away. And then I'm going to use this one. I try to center it as best I can, and I just stick it down in the glue. Now I let that sit until it's set. I know I've seen some people that put it in and take it out, but I found it was best to just let it sit and set up. And because I'm using a nonstick craft sheet, it's easy to peel away. So I'm going to do another one for you. So I just use it on the side like this. And that's 3. This is 4. I'm going to do 5. You can do this with a large glue gun too. But the small one just works pretty good for me. And I just put that in there. I don't press it. Like, I'm not going to put it in the glue and press it all the way down, because if you press it all the way down, you're going to push it all the way through to your craft sheet, and it's going to be really thin, or it's going to be totally distorted. So there is like, if you pull this off and there's glue stuck on here, a trick you can do is put that on some ice to peel away all that excess glue. But you can also use ice before you put it into the glue. It gives it kind of a release. I did not do that for any of the first ones I did, but I did try it, and it does work. So that's 3. I'm going to just add this in here. And it depends how big your stamps are. If you're going to do 4 or 5 squeezes. But I just set that in there like that. So I'm going to set these aside. I'm just going to push these up here. And after they're set, we'll take them off. It does take longer if you let them just set up, but you have to wait regardless. If you pull that stamp off right away, you still have to let that glue set before you can do anything. So this is what they look like when they're done. So these are, it's just glue. It's just a piece of glue. And we're going to take one of them. We'll take this one right here. You can see that beautiful chevron design. I said flourish earlier. I don't know why I was thinking. Now to paint these, you can use so many things. You're going to have something in your room. You can use like a rub and buff. You can use Amsterdam acrylic paints. Decofoil has some metallics that works really well. And then Plaid has this, like, so I used the Treasure Gold in blue quartz and gold. They are stunningly beautiful. And you can use a paintbrush, of course, which would be preferred by most people, but I use my fingers. So I just dip into that just a little bit. So I put a little bit on my finger and I rub it right into, and then you can see the design coming up. A hot temp or low temp glue gun. This one that I have is, it's called an OptiTemp. So it's not super hot. It does have this green on the end. Like a lot of my glue guns have just the metal tip. And if you touch it, of course, you're going to burn yourself. We all have lots of burns. But you can touch this and it doesn't burn. I wouldn't advise just touching it for the sake of touching it like I am. But it doesn't burn. So you don't have to use a high temp glue gun. But to give it these colors, I just use my finger and I make sure to go around the edges. And on mine, or most of mine, I let this dry. And then I let this dry, and then I even did the back side. You can do the back side if you want. You don't have to. But if the color is sheer, if you do the back side, it's going to make it all that color. So I'm going to let that sit there to dry. And I'm going to use a baby wipe. But you can definitely use a sponge, a makeup sponge, a paintbrush to put that on. You don't have to use your fingers. I use my fingers a lot. And before you cover your paint, always make sure to clean the edge. If you don't clean, see all that excess right there? If you don't clean your edges and you shut your paint, lots of times you can't open it again. So I try to remember, because I, through the years, have had tons of bottles of paint that won't reopen. Nothing's more frustrating. So what you do is you let those dry, and then you have all these cool seals. Like, can you see that one? That's a button. And that is like leaves coming up. Let me see. You can see it. There's a bird, and then there's I want to say like cattails coming up, and there's a dog right there. So it gets a lot of that detail of those buttons. I love this one. This one I did with the acrylic from Amsterdam. It only has one coat. I think it would need 2 coats. So let's see. with the Treasure Gold from Plaid, it only required 1 coat. This is an acrylic from Amsterdam Paints, and it's much lighter. It's not as heavy. But see, if you put that second coat on there, it gives it such a more rich color. There, trying to wait for it to focus. Of all the brands of glue stick, what is your favorite for this technique? You know, today I'm using glue sticks that I got from Adhesive Technologies. And these say that they have a 20% stronger bond. I haven't tested that, but it does say 80% less stringing. And I did find that it does. It, you know, I can twist that around and pull away, and it isn't all those strings. Years ago, I used to always buy, like when they had them 10 for $1, like they'd be in a big bin, and you could buy 10 of the long glue sticks or 20 of the little ones for $1. I used to buy them that way, and I still have some of those because I used to have a store myself, so I used a lot of glue sticks. This is the first time I've used these, and I do think it does have less stringing, which Lisa will be very happy about because the stringing can drive you nuts. So
I hate strings.
right.
Ugh.
I know. So this one I did in silver, and it could use a second coat as well because I haven't done the back yet. But on a lot of these, where are the okay? So on a lot of them, I did the back, so it looks much richer and thicker. But that's all you have to do. And once you start doing this, you can sit there for, well, depending upon how many stamps you have. But if you have buttons like I do and you collect them, you can go through a lot of buttons doing this. And if you want, I know that they have these on Amazon with the wooden and the different tips. And they're like $20. So that's not bad. These two, I'm going to move over here to let them dry. So this is the first one we did. So what I do is I peel it off of the craft sheet first, and then I just peel it off of the stamp. And you can see the heart there. Now, some of them don't turn out perfect. I mean, this does have a nice round edge, but it has more of an edge on this side than it does on this side. That doesn't bother me because when you do wax seals directly on an envelope or a package, you can't pick it up and fix it. You know, some of them kind of go all over the place. They're not always definitely round. But if it really bothers you a lot, let me find one that isn't so perfect. Okay, so like this one, you can see the pattern, and over here and over here, it's wider than on the two edges. That doesn't bother me. But if it bothers you a lot, because it's glue, you can just come in with the scissors and trim it away to make it exactly the way you want it. And then I would just add a little bit more paint on there. But they also sell, which I've seen, these little metal round holders. They have edges that you would set down and then put the glue or the wax inside to make them perfect. But I think imperfect on this is just fine. And I am somebody who really likes things the same. But I was surprised that I was fine with this. So this is the anchor. I don't know if you can see it as well. You can see it well once you put, oops, that one isn't open yet. Once you put the paint on it, that's when it comes out. And you can use as little or as much paint as you want. And you might try lots of different things. There may be some pigment inks from stamper inkers that might work too. So just try what you have first. But there you can see the anchor. Try what you have first, and then before you go out and invest in any finishes, just use what you have and see what you like. So here's the last one. So I just peel it off of there, and then they just simply peel away. It's that easy. Now, the anchor one is the one I had in the ice before. This one wasn't in the ice. There's no difference. All of the ones I did without any ice. I did have one where it was a very detailed button. Let me see if I can find it, because I threw it back in here. It was a very detailed button and had lots of holes, and it didn't turn out even pretty, and it didn't come out of the glue easily because it had a lot of holes. You can't find it, but it was similar to like this, where it had lots of holes, so the glue came up through there, so it was harder to get off. So you don't want anything like that. You want something that is more solid. This works really well because it will still peel really well off of there. But they're just fun. What about using a bottle cap as a base? Yes, you could use that. You could use a bottle cap. You could use a wooden dowel stick. I chose the corks because I have so many of them, because I've been saving them for years and years.
I love the cork idea, though, Anne. I think that's fabulous.
Well, it gives you something to hold on to.
Yeah.
You know, with a bottle cap, which I collect too. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. This is just like one of my containers of bottle caps. I mean,
my gosh.
I have got lots of them. So you could use a bottle cap, but you would have to hold on to these edges, and then you would leave that in there, which would work. But if you had so much glue, it might come up against the bottle cap. Whereas with the cork, you have a bigger handle, but you could use little dowel rods. You could use clothespins, you know, just so many things you could use. You could even, if there is a shank on your button, you could just put the button in there with a little bit of thread so you can have something to hold on to. Like this one has thread on it, so you can. But I thought these actually will look really cool just on my shelf, sitting. So that's why I use those, besides having so many of them. So after you have these made and after you have colored them, what I did was I created these tags. Now, I told you during Lisa's Live, I cut out 150 tags out of that 110-pound cardstock. This isn't the 110-pound, but this is a 100-pound black cardstock that I wanted to try. And what I used on these, you all know I love to foil. So I used, because I have lots of foiled papers, so I used some of my toner sheets with my black toner paper. And so like if you foil the toner paper, you can take the reverse and put it on the black to get the opposite. And I have lots of videos on this. But sometimes when you do these, they aren't always perfect, but I keep all of them. Or like if there's a mistake on part of it, I still keep it because I know I'll use it somehow, some way. So let me find the one I was showing Lisa earlier. Okay, like this one. Like this edge you wouldn't want to use this on a card with that line there. So I embossed this half so that you guys could see, even if something's wrong with something, keep it because you can use it in some way. And I dropped my embossing folders. Wait 1 second. I used Eileen's 3D texture embossing folders. This one is, where are the names of them? This one is the crochet mandala and the woven leather. So I use these two. And this is a 6x6 piece of paper. Well, the embossing folder isn't quite that big, but I did part of it and kept this part just so you could see that. But isn't that stunning how that turns out?
I love that.
And I did lots of them because I was on a roll.
I love the texture on the foiled paper.
I know, right? I mean, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it really makes it pop.
And this one I had used a different texture sheet on, but I wanted to see if the mandala, the crocheted mandala, would cover that up, and it did perfectly.
Oh, wow.
You know, so these are my little bits. But yeah, so I just did a bunch of these.
That blue's
and I
gorgeous.
did a couple in just the white too.
Ooh, pretty.
You know, you can see the texture better there, but in person you can see it really good here. And so I did a bunch of these because I'll have these, like I said, I'm preparing for Make and Take, so I'll bring all these with me. But I wanted to do some in black because I wanted to see what the black would look like with some of this added. So I don't want this white edge showing. Well, maybe I do, because what I was going to use.
That's pretty.
I also have these die cut sentiments. And what I was going to use instead of stamping, I thought on the black, there's lots of them, but this is the one that I was going to grab. Just a note. So I could keep that white there if I wanted. I'm not sure that I want to, though. I think I'm going to. So when you're ripping paper, to have the white edge, you rip towards yourself. To not have the white edge, you rip away from yourself. And I'm kind of going at an angle. So I think that would be good. And I'm just going to use, I use the Gina K because if I make a mistake, I have time to lift it off. And this has that little black edge right there. I don't want that showing. So I'm going to go off of that edge and cut that away. And then just trim it away. But having this texture just gives it another element. See, I keep going off camera. I'm sorry. My camera is up so far. Trying it this new way. There we go. And I was trying to keep everything else out of the camera view, which is silly maybe, but so I'm putting that on there. And then I have, like, I get this because I love the black and the white. And I get it in 100 spools, 100-yard spools. But for the twine, that also comes in a multi-pack. So you can choose what you want. And for this, I think I got the white out because I thought I would use the white, but I think I'm going to use the black and then put the gold right on top of that is what I'm thinking.
That's pretty.
And I have a piece cut right here. So we'll use this. I'm just going to find the middle. Kind of. It doesn't matter. And I'm just coming around the back, and I'm coming about 1/4 of an inch down from that tip. And I'm just going to cross them like so. And then I'm going to use the glue gun because this will adhere it. And it will also adhere my faux wax seal. So it covers the whole thing up.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And then just trim the ends of your ribbon like that.
That's beautiful, and I love that.
Thank you. You can't see the black as much maybe on camera. Maybe you can.
You can. Yeah.
Isn't that cute? And these I cut with my Cricut.
Oh, the tags?
The tags. These I hand cut. So this is up higher. So I had more to work with. So I don't even think we need this. Put it on the front there. I don't think you need it.
Oh, that's pretty too, though. I like that.
You could put it on the front. You could also oil this with gold and then put it on the front.
Rebecca says it's so elegant. It's so you.
Thanks, Rebecca.
She does like her black and white, doesn't she, Becca?
I do. You know, yes, I do. But yeah, so that's how
That's
easy
gorgeous.
it is. And like, I left this still open so you could stick a little money in there. And because I used Gina's tape runner, it is very forgiving. You can lift it and reposition it for about 20 minutes, I think. So that's why that one edge lifted up on me when I put that in there. But then it becomes permanent. But yeah, so you can just stick something in there. And I think I would actually put this up a little higher. I think I would maybe come down off of here. Like,
Oh, that'd be pretty too. Yeah.
I think that's what I would do because they're a little bit different than the hand ones I cut. So I think I would come from there instead. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
From there instead, and then put a seal on. Then it's actually closer to the part where the hole where you would put your extra ribbon. Let's try it.
I like that.
Just to see, because then you would have more room for if you wanted to stamp a sentiment or something. So
I see our regulars are putting in the hashtag Bella Crafts for the giveaway.
Yes.
So if you're new and you want to get in on this week's giveaway, you need to like, share, and comment my video from this morning and Anne's video with hashtag Bella Crafts. If you want to get in on the $25 gift card that we're doing next week for Dare to Be Artsy.
Okay, so I'm going to hold that kind of in place. I think I want it up higher. See, this is what you get when you craft on the go.
Well,
But
because then you can come up with all these cool ideas.
that's what is fun sometimes. Okay, so if it's up there, I'm going to have to take and use a hole punch to get rid of that little ribbon that's behind there. Or maybe it's just like that with the seal on it.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. I said maybe instead it's just like that with the seal on it. And it's so cool because you can glue the seal and the ribbon in place with just that little bit of glue.
Linda says it's making her brain have lots of possibilities.
Possibilities are always good, right?
Yes.
So then you can just tack that, and then you can still add something down here, but then that way you can add a sentiment.
Yeah, that's cute too.
So many possibilities. I hope you guys liked this. And yeah, just a simple glue gun. Like I said, it says OptiTemp. So it's not hot, but it's, it doesn't say it's a low temp glue gun. So, yeah, I'm going to switch my camera. There.
Okay.
And bring Lisa back in. Like that.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys liked it. I mean, they're quick, they're easy to do, but you know, let me see it. I'm going to count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26. So I made like 30 of these the other night when I was making them. So
wow.
Like, and it didn't take long. I mean, it took a couple hours.
Yeah.
Because I let these sit and dry, but when I did it, I did puddles all over my larger craft sheet and stuck these in. So I had like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I had 10 of them drying at once. So I mean, it didn't take long.
Right.
I saw Linda. Do I still? Yes, I do still have the die cut sentiments. They're in my shop.
I put a link in for your shop.
Inside here, there are 61 die cut sentiments that, and they're all different. Like, so there's some that are banner shaped and some, you can see on the back. There's just a nice variety. So they work really well for cards and tags. So I'm not sure if I missed any questions.
I think I caught them and put them up before you did.
Okay. I'm glad you liked the project. Yeah, Angie. It's, we all love crafting, and sometimes it's nice to be able to use everything you have to create something without having to have special things. Like these, I love these, both of them.
Yeah.
And when I was researching and going to do this project, I wanted more like this. These are nice. They're heavy.
Yep.
You know, I mean, they're not so heavy, but they have a nice weight to them. But there weren't any like this out there. So then I thought, oh, I have all these buttons.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a great idea. And with the corks, I mean, you know, that would be extremely inexpensive, you know.
Well, because people throw them away.
Exactly.
Not me. Bottle caps,
Right.
corks. I mean, I do have a shelf over here filled with vases with all different things in them, but that's for another time.
She's got lots of stuff in there.
Well, and like little drawers.
Yeah.
On this side. I'm opposite. So all my little drawers, you know,
Yeah.
You never know when you need something.
And when you throw that item away, that's when you're going to need it. We were
Linda
just talking
says
about that yesterday.
her buttons are so lonely. They have been in the jar too long. Right. Right. And I used to, for a long time, I had my buttons in these drawers.
Yeah.
Well, it was great. If I needed a button, I knew where they were. But having them in these mason jars, I was able to sort them all kind of by color. Like this is pinks and reds. And then I have more pinks and reds back there. And then I have black and gray, but then I have a full one of black and gray. But, you know, you're able to see them and think of them.
Right.
And
then you're likely to use them more.
Yes. I do love my buttons. You know, so getting things out sometimes is, I mean, I love all my little drawers. And so I started a long time ago labeling my drawers. I haven't finished. But like I have a drawer that says spools and wooden balls and, you know, so I know what's in them. But sometimes having things out, or even a tool, like if you have a tool that is hidden away, you're not going to use it as much as if it's
No, you're not.
You know?
Yep. That's very, very true.
Linda has spice jars sorted by color. See? Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Amanda says, time to drink more winter then. Well,
I think she's talking about wine.
I think she meant wine.
Yeah.
I have wine. Yes. Yes. I have a whole blog that is not launched on wine.
She does. It's going to be fabulous when she gets it done.
Well, it's not launched because I'm putting in lots of core things, so it's filled with content, but I do have a blog wine. So
yep,
I'll share it when it's done. But I find someone who can use a craft tool or supply that I haven't used. I will sometimes
reuse them.
I know. I have like my crocodile. I used to have it tucked away in one of my totes. It sits out on my counter now.
Yep.
So I can autocorrect. I know, Dorothy, it's horrible. It's horrible when you're on your phone and you're texting someone and you send it. I do this to Lisa a lot because I'm talking. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't say that. She knows I would never say something.
I speak and so I'll see the message or the text come in and I'll be thinking, she really needs to put her glasses on.
No, not my glasses. Just read before you send.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a text. Here it's different because we're just all together and it's fine. But yeah, so like my crocodile Now that it's out and it's on my counter, I grab it more than I ever did the first couple
Yeah.
years I had it,
Oh, yeah.
you know? But
I
yeah,
have
if
a
you
lot
can
of my
see
tools
things.
out.
Yeah,
Well, I'm a tool girl. I love tools.
yeah.
Any kind of tool, I have to have it. I gotta try it. I gotta figure it out. I gotta see it this way and that way, and it makes Rich a little crazy, but, I love
What
tools.
everybody needs is here, I'll kinda turn this a little bit. I have my camera attached, so I don't know if you no, I got
Everybody needs that room that you have. That's what everybody needs.
my son made me
It's
I have
beautiful.
4 of them. I have 4 shelves on my walls that are about 3 inches deep.
Yep.
So I can have things out and I can see them,
Yeah.
because deep shelves are great because you can fit a lot in there. But if you have to move every color or move everything to get to them, it's not fun and you don't.
Yeah, and if you have a smaller craft room like I do, you have to think, compact. Yeah,
Logistically.
Rich calls me the queen of cram because he said you could fit things in spaces that I've never seen anybody else do.
Well, and tell them what we did with your ribbon.
Oh, yeah. Took my ribbon and put it on dials,
Dowel
you know,
rods.
dial rods.
Yep.
Yep. And they hang my door here is a slider because my room is an add-on to our house. So that's my slider. And I took the plastic hooks, put them up, and then that's how I have all of my ribbons. And they're all organized by color and size. And I
Yep.
absolutely love them. But I'm a ribbon girl too.
Mhm. I think
So
we're just,
oh yeah, just everything. Just
we love everything. We love stamps, we love ribbon, paper,
yeah,
paper,
it's
paper.
yeah. Gina
Um,
was saying that she's like me because she likes tools too.
who
Yeah, I
doesn't
love
like
tools.
tools? I mean, my gosh, tools
Lo
are deep shelves are great for storing 12 by 12 paper. Yes, Linda, I do have some of those over here
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Because where else do you put all those paper packs you buy when they're half price?
I have mine in plastic containers that are 12 by 12s, and they're about this thick, and I just have stacks of them. All the different colors
Yep.
and yep, they're just in stacks. So they are hard to see. I do have to dig them out when I'm looking for something in particular, but you know,
Well, I do for some I mean, because like, I still have some totes on here, on my
yeah,
that says so I know this is my wood, this is my foam stuff, that
yep,
I
yep.
do.
Well,
Lisa
in my
said that
papers.
her craft room is big, but has slanted Cape Cod walls. I would love to see pictures.
Oh yeah.
We love to see pictures of everybody's craft space.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and Karen says that her papers are in stacks too. Yeah. And then on the outside of my box, then I have spring and summer, fall papers, winter papers, you know,
Mhm.
I have it all labeled so I know what's in there.
Well,
So,
that helps.
but when you have a smaller room like this, you have to do it like that or else you wouldn't be you'd be spending more time digging through everything than actually getting a project done. And
Well,
I'm
you have to do that even with a large space, but admittedly, with a large space. So I have 2 craft rooms.
yes, you do.
Hey, I had 5 kids. I have a big house.
She has a huge house.
I have a big
Not big, we're
house,
talking huge.
and, all my kids are out of the house, and I have 16 grandchildren. But so I have, like, my studio,
Yep.
and then upstairs, I've got a beautiful sewing room,
Yes.
But even with all that space, I still have stuff in the basement or in a closet. I still, you still.
Oh yeah, I've got those big, huge wood cabinets out in my garage with other products. That's usually wood or something like that to stamp on.
Amanda shares her studio with her husband. I'm slowly been encroaching into his space. That's
See,
okay though. I
that's
mean,
the reason, but I'm telling you, Amanda, that's the reason why Rich had this room added, because he was so tired of coming home and going, where's the dinner, where's the table? Or, I set up in the front room first. So he's like, every time somebody walks in the door, all they see is your mess. I was like, stop complaining and do something about it. And so he said, okay, we'll build you a room.
thank you.
Thank you. 20 years later, I'm still here.
Amanda taking over the kitchen table, even though you have a room,
Yeah.
is sometimes necessary because sometimes I will craft
Yeah.
out in the living room. Like I will bring something out there at night while I'm
Yeah.
watching TV with my husband so that I'm not in my room all the time. So
Yeah.
that is, and Lisa's hubby actually has a room filled with music. So
Oh, yeah. He's got a few rooms of my house with musical instruments in it.
so
I
you
mean,
deserve that craft room.
oh, yes, I do.
Can you tell me where to find info on new books? I missed most of that. Linda, are you talking about the books we're working on? I don't have any of that information out yet.
Oh, that might be what she's
Tell
thinking.
me what, because the new books, they won't be out. Let me see, it's March. June. June is when I'm expecting most of them to be done.
Okay.
Yes. As soon as they're available, we will list them.
Oh,
And
of course. Yeah.
yeah, so we won't hold that back.
Yeah. New.
Dorothy has a big rumpus room in the basement with multiple purposes.
Oh, there you
I have a
go.
wall in a corner. That's my craft. Yes, everybody needs this. I don't care if it's like a little tiny corner in your dining room,
Yep.
just to feel like that's your space is good.
Yep.
I
Yes.
mean,
And as crafters, we need it, We
we
need
do.
to we need to have our own little areas. So that's awesome.
During the Christmas and craft season, there are no meals, Penny says, at the kitchen table.
Oh, there's no meals in my house ever, so
Lisa doesn't cook.
I don't cook. Nope.
How are you married almost 40 years?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, 45.
Well, I was making you younger.
Right now, what I need is a haircut because this is annoying me beyond belief. That's what I need.
I'm just so happy to have my hair. So,
It looks great. Love it.
anyways, thank you everybody for coming. Make
Yes.
sure you like, comment, and share with hashtag Bella Crafts to enter for the giveaway for the Dare to Be Artsy. We have 2 giveaways to give away right now. Lisa
We
has
do.
the names.
Oh, right
And
in
this
front of me.
is one is for last week. It's a minimum $50 value goodie box from us.
Mhm.
And that's what the other one is from 2 weeks ago
Right.
also. So we have 2 to announce. So
Yeah, because that was when we were right before BellaCon, and then we were in BellaCon. So
yep. So we're a little behind, but we're gonna
yeah.
announce them both now.
Yep.
So
Okay. So the first one is, and I haven't seen her in here today. Charlotta Johannesson.
okay. Yay.
Yay. Yep. And then the other one I think is in here. Angie Self. I think she's
Oh,
in there.
Angie, yay. She was
Yeah.
in here.
All right. I thought I saw her. I think I even said hi. But anyway, yeah, there she is. Okay, so there you go. Congratulations, ladies. I will be needing your information
Yep.
so we
We
can get
need
that sent out.
your physical addresses.
Yes.
And I will get those sent out as soon as I have them.
Okay.
I'm on a roll with shipping right now.
Yeah, after BellaCon, yeah,
Yeah.
really. Okay, so yeah, so congratulations. We might have Angie's address from
Oh,
BellaCon.
Angie, I have your address. Angie, I don't need your address. I will just ship that out to you. If there isn't 10 inches of snow overnight, I will go to the post office tomorrow. Otherwise, it will go up Friday or Saturday. But yeah, so Angie, I have yours, and you're
Yeah.
here. So yay!
Yay. Yay. We love it when they're here. And then I'll get a hold of Charlotta.
Okay, perfect.
I can't do anymore. It's gone.
Well,
Yep.
thank you all for joining us, and I'm glad you liked the project. And we will be back next week
Yeah.
with lawn fawn, I
Fun.
believe. So
Yep.
be
That's
sure to
gonna
join
be
us
fun
next week.
too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, but we had quite a few new people
I know. It's so
popping
nice.
in.
We love it.
So that's pretty awesome too. And if you're
So
watching from YouTube, tell them about YouTube.
okay. Yeah, her voice.
Yeah.
So if you're watching from YouTube and you still leave a comment, hashtag Bella Crafts, you will still be entered because Lisa actually goes over and grabs all those names and puts them into the randomizer. Hey,
Mhm.
and so you're entered for next week's giveaway. And the
Yeah.
giveaway we do until midnight on Tuesday Central Time. So all the people that are watching the replay have a chance to win too, because everybody has busy lives and we know everybody can't be here in person.
Right.
So we want everybody to have a chance to win.
Yes.
And then
And
we will know
we
those
do
winners.
love all of you for coming too.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Yeah, we do. We love it when there is conversation going on. And hopefully we answered your questions. If not, we do go through and answer questions either tonight or tomorrow, but at some point we get through them. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and take some time to craft because it's good for your soul. Okay, we will
Yes, it
see
really
you
is.
next week.
All right, guys, have a great week.
Bye,